Welcome back my gardening friends to the plot tours beginning of June 2023, and sorry I haven't showed you what I've been up to, but I've been cracking on getting things done while I can, and hopefully I'm on top of things. Let's have a little look at plot 1. Very happy with the giant cabbages. And the green cabbages didn't seem to grow very well, so we've popped some carrots in there. I've just got to watch I don't overwater them. I think I've killed a couple on the other beds. The netted cage isn't to stop the butterflies or anything else, it's just to give the cabbages some shade, and we'll be able to have a comparison of these cabbages and the ones that are out in the open. I'll show you shortly. Lots and lots of lovely flowers on the blackberries. It does pay to look after them over the winter months. Log ashes and liquid nitrogen plant foods, nettle tea, manure runoff, etc. And the same with the autumn fruit in raspberries. They do look really good. Just a little bit of tidying up here, bag of wood chips and a few bags. The Vegega raised beds, links to the affiliated links in the description below. I've got my dahlias in here that I've been kindly given to me. Of course, swapsies. Hopefully I'll be able to get some decent flowers, even if they're just cut ones for the house. Need to take a harvest of rhubarb. It's just overshadowing some of the potatoes here, and mulching them with grass clippings has certainly helped. Summer fruiting on plot 1. Won't be long now. The pollinators are really busy, and they will then help other things to grow. Without pollinators, we won't have food. I've finally managed to net at least one of the strawberry cages. I got that far and time run out on me. But I'm just going to do it like this, have fold up sides on each side. So we'll just roll them up, very similar to what we've done to the bed over there. When we trialled the Andermatt plastic-free netting. That's also in the description below. Got 2 more bags of manure to add to the manure bin. Good morning, Mr. Crow. And the comfrey has started to regrow, the bit that we cut down, and it won't be long before I'm adding this to the wheelie bin. But again, pollinators are very active early this morning. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Let's clear those fan covers that we were going to use for sifting, put them in a place, and then as I get the manure I can top this bin up as well. Water supplies are going down. We're probably just above halfway on all these tanks here. They're all interlinked, the siphoning system. That tank's probably 3/4 full, so we can siphon that off down here as and when we need it. And there's some of the giant parsnips, and these are the carrots that don't look very happy with me at the moment. There's the Swedes. The giant Karobi here isn't growing very brilliantly. But these are the outdoor cabbages, so it'll be interesting to see the difference it does make to the growth. We've got lots of cabbages to choose from for the show. I'm looking for about 18 kilos to do any good at Malvern. And of course, again, this netting there is just for shade, and we can then have a comparison between that parsnip there and this one. In the future, when I get time, I'll do the same setup, but over on plot 3 in the middle of the screen there, I'm doing something very similar to here, but there's no need to have this being rolled up and placed right over there. I might as well just put the upright here and just place it onto there. The pallet collar beds are easily reachable, but obviously my scaffold beds over the other side will show you shortly. I do need access from either side, and having pipes to water everything does help to keep those roots going downhill, finding the manure and everything else we put in. You water at the top, the roots will come to the top, and then in a drought spell where you can't water, the plants will die. The frost did catch quite a few bits on the conference pear tree. I ought to just take those off really, so that it continue to put all its energy into the fruit that we have got. Not massive amounts, but definitely better than nothing after those late frosts that we had when the blossom was at its best. Another addition to the wildlife garden, to everything else that I find that I just pop here, just somewhere really nice to come and have a little look and watch, and see if we get any insect action, etc., birds nesting, etc., in the wildlife areas. This is my last bag of compost that we find that's unscrupulously dumped by the cannabis growers. I've been using that as a mulch, as you've probably noticed on all the beds, trying to do as much as I can now to help if I can't get up here to water. Another Vegega bed, just been watering the centre there. We built this up and it started to sink slowly now, so I'll top this up before I add the pipes and then mulch up. Comfrey's growing, and it won't be long before the flowers are showing. As soon as these flowers are showing here, I'll cut the Bocking 14 down and put it into the this wheelie bin, which is sinking down nicely. Once it starts composting down, and then we should start getting a little bit of moisture. I know there's a little bit of juices coming out there, but there's a little bit that'll sit in there before it goes down the pipe. These are the 4 potatoes in the single seed potato challenge 2023. So there's 2 there and 2 there. Then we've got a Morris Bard hiding under there, not doing very well. Perhaps ought to get a bit more room. These are my Sarpo Mira from my own seed. So somebody sent me a seed pod. I grew the seeds and we grew them on and grew them on. The Jerusalem artichokes grown in a bucket of stones. I just need to top those up now. And then there's the Insectonet from the plastic free netting from Andermatt. And then the Cool Job packaging, they said it was compostable, just keeping it moist. And yes, Jason, I did label them up after you prompted me. The juices are flowing again from the compost bin runoff. It's a giant wormery. I've lifted the lid because it was getting a bit warm in there, but I have to be careful that it's not windy. I don't want it to break off and hit next door's greenhouse. Bit of housekeeping. I need to wash all the buckets that I bring up the vegetable scraps from my parents and other people who save them for me. Well worth doing. A few wood chips left. There's a bit of compost under there, and there's the remaining soil. I've got a secret raffle coming up. There'll be 3 videos, and you'll need to find out in the description what you need to say, so don't reply to me until the last video. You need to keep checking out the description. So apologies for the reviews, but if companies want to send me stuff to review, then and they're useful, then I will do it. that's how much water has been used in 3 weeks on the gravity fed wick guttering. So there's wicks in the pots into some rainwater guttering that you get on your houses, and this time I've been using a lot of the old lampshades. These lampshades were they were all replaced from the 60s, and they were being chucked in the skip. I took them, I shared them with my fellow plot holders on this site, and they're very popular. People will grow all sorts in them. The sprayer, that's coming useful. I'll give everything else some more super soil. That's also in the description below if you want to take a look at that. But a lot happier now. I've got this plastic down, I've cut a hole in it. We don't lose any moisture, and the wood chips don't suck the water out like it did the first year I done it. Learned very quickly. Got 9 barrels connected to the greenhouse and the cold worm bin, and still got plenty of water left here. And the new roof on the leaf mould bins, I've got 4 or 5 barrels connected there, or did have, and we've still got quite a bit there as well. The potatoes are getting watered every day, and as you can see now, I've purchased some of the lamp irons. I know Nigel at Muddy Boots uses these on his allotment. He was lucky, he's got a factory that makes them very close to him, so I bought the pins and 50 meters of this netting. Not cheap, but potatoes do grow best if you can keep the haulms growing uphill. That's why we've got the canes there. And there's the watering. They get watered every day, whether it rains or not. And as probably most people know, in the UK at the moment, we haven't had any rain now for probably nearly a month or so. Well, I'm already 12 minutes in, so we're going to do a separate video on plot 3. I don't want to rush round plot 3 because I've got lots to share there. So we'll post the plot 3 allotment tour afterwards, just I do ramble on a lot. Thumbs up, thumbs down for the interaction. Please leave me a comment, give the thumbs up to any comments that you feel warrant it. Join in with the comments. This is where we learn so much from the comments, not so much on what I'm sharing, because I'm learning, or we are all learning all of the time. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.